Hello reception. It is now 5 o'clock on Thursday. So the lines are closed for your voting because you've been voting for the book by Eric Carle that you would like me to read today. So I've been thinking very carefully. You had the choice of The Honeybee and the Robber, or The Very Lonely Firefly, or The Very Noisy Cricket, or The Very Clumsy Click Beetle. Now, I can tell you that 12 of you voted. So that's not a huge amount because there's more of you than that. So that was a little bit disappointing. But thank you, because some of you voted by text, some of you sent me a WhatsApp, some of you emailed me, and it was lovely to get all those messages throughout the day. And I've tried to reply to each of you that actually voted. So I can now tell you that there were 12 votes altogether. And in reverse order, should we have a drum roll? Burp. In reverse order, in number 3 came the very noisy, or very quiet cricket. I beg your pardon. Very quiet cricket. We've been calling that the noisy cricket. There's a reason for that. And in second place, the very lonely firefly. But the winner, with 7 of the 12 votes, the one book that you all wanted me to read, those of you that voted, was The Honeybee and the Robber. Can you see? What a lovely choice. Well done. So that's the book that we're going to read now. So are you ready? Okay. Now this is going to be quite tricky to do because it's got all sorts of things I've got to pull and push, prod and lift. But hopefully you'll be able to see just how special this book really is. Okay, are you ready? Let's get my glasses on and we're ready to make a start. So this is The Honeybee and the Robber by Eric Carle. There we go. So it's a moving picture book at the bottom there. Can you see? Now then, here we go. Let's try. See how we're going to do this. Okay, so in a hive inside an old hollow tree, there lived a honeybee. With her lived many, many other bees. One warm morning the air was filled with the sweet smell of flowers. The honeybee and her sisters flew out of the hive. Here they go. Can you see their wings moving? And this is their proboscis here. Watch it moving too, look. There we are. The flowers opened their petals to welcome the honeybee. Inside each flower was a tiny droplet of nectar, and with her long tongue, the honeybee sipped up a little nectar. Here you are, look. There we are. There's the flower opening and the bee going in. Lovely. You see that? Lovely. The honeybee flew from flower to flower, gathering nectar. When she had gathered enough, she started to fly back to the hive. A hungry bird swooped down and tried to catch her, but the honeybee was much too quick. There goes the bird. Look at him opening his mouth. Oh, my goodness. Oh. Then the honeybee was thirsty. She flew to a pond to drink some water. A hungry fish and a hungry frog both tried to catch her, but the honeybee was much too quick for them. Here we are. Look, can you see? Let's see if we get this right now. There goes the fish trying to catch her. Frog's eyes moving. It's quite difficult to see though. Okay, ready? This is a very special page. We've been learning about this week. Look at this one. Wow! Look at this beautiful butterfly. Then a butterfly fluttered by. "Let's play," it said, and together the honeybee and the butterfly danced in the sky. "I must go now," said the honeybee after a little while. "The baby bees must be fed and the honey must be stored." The hive in the old tree was a busy place. Bees were coming and going. At the entrance to the hive stood a guard bee. "You'd better be careful," said the guard bee to the honeybee. "They say there's a robber about." Oh, my goodness. Let's put this beautiful butterfly and its wings away and turn the page. But the honeybee paid no attention. She crawled past the guard and into the hive. Inside were rows and rows of cells made of wax. Some were filled with honey, which the bees loved to eat. The bees had made the honey from nectar. "Where did you find all this nectar?" the other bees asked. "Watch me dancing and you'll see," replied the honey bee. And she danced around and around to show them. Here we are. That's her dancing. Look. You see her dancing? Moving in the book. Ah. Then she saw the queen bee in another part of the hive. The queen was busy laying eggs, one egg in each cell. Each egg would hatch into a baby bee called a larva. Some of her other eggs had already hatched. One larva had just become a full-grown bee. The honeybee was watching the new bee as it crawled out of the cell. Suddenly she heard a terrible noise. "Grrr! A robber!" cried the honeybee. Look, here is the bee coming out, fully grown now, coming out of its cell. There we are. Who can this robber be? Who makes that kind of noise? What do you think it could be? It's a bear, of course. Look at him. It was a bear trying to break in and steal the honey. "Grrr!" he growled as he scratched at the tree. The guard bee hadn't seen him, but the honey bee had. Now, if you can see here, oops, can you see his tongue coming out? I'll try and do it this way, actually. Hold on. If I pull here, look at the, look, can you see his tongue coming out, getting it into where the honey is? Oh my goodness. Okay. Out flew the honeybee and stung the big bear right on the nose. "Ouch!" yelled the bear. Here he is. "Ouch!" It's making him go cross-eyed. And "ouch, ouch, ouch," howled the bear again as more bees rushed out to sting the honey robber, and the bear ran away as fast as he could. The queen, the eggs, the larva, the bees, and the honey were all safe again. In the hive inside the old hollow tree, all was quiet. It was time to rest. Tomorrow would be another busy day. Here we are. If I pull this tab here, look, you can see him running. Oh my goodness. Poor bear, he was very badly stung, wasn't he? Back in the old tree now. It's very quiet. That's the story of the honeybee and the robber. We might revisit that book maybe later on in our project on mini beasts. Now, I thought, because I do care about you all so much, that it was a shame that we just had the one story. So are you ready? I thought I would read number 2 as well. So, stay where you are. I'm going to read to you also Very Lonely Firefly. And this is a very special book. So at the end of the book, I'm going to do something which might surprise you. Here we are, because this book is one of the books with the very thick bit at the end here. Can you see? And batteries in the back. So you're going to find out what that's all about. Okay, so are you ready? Very Lonely Firefly. And this is also written by Eric Carr. Oops. Here we are. It was a lonely firefly, and it flashed its light, searching for other fireflies. So its tail lights up. The firefly saw a light and flew towards it. But it was not another firefly. It was a light bulb lighting up the sky, lighting up the night. Oh, look, he's whispering. Can you hear that noise? You can hear the firefly outside. The firefly saw another light and flew towards it. But it was not another firefly. It was a flashlight, a torch shining in the night. The firefly saw several lights and flew toward them, but they were not other fireflies. There was a dog and what do you think it could be? I wonder what it might be. A cat. Oh, you can see their eyes because you can see those in the dark, can't you? And an owl. Their eyes were reflecting light. They're not fireflies. Oh dear, poor lonely firefly. The firefly saw a light and flew toward it. But it was not another firefly. It was a car's headlights flooding the night. The firefly saw many lights and flew towards them. But they were not other fireflies. What kind of lights are they? Yeah, they're fireworks, aren't they? Beautiful. They were fireworks sparkling and glittering and shimmering in the night. Lovely colours. Oh, when all was quiet, the firefly flew through the night, flashing its light, looking and searching again. Then the very lonely firefly saw what it had been looking for. Now, I'm going to turn off the light over here. There we are. It makes it a little bit easier to see. I'm going to read the back page. A group of fireflies flashing their lights. You ready? Are you ready? Can you see? Let's go to it again. And the fireflies joined together, and the firefly wasn't lonely anymore. Can you see that? So in this book, on the back page, there are lots of little flashing lights, and it's the fireflies' tails lighting up. Isn't that lovely? So I have to make sure I keep the battery in there to make that one work. So I think we'll probably read some more Eric Carr books. Maybe next week, maybe the week after. So keep your eyes open for that. Okay, so I want to say a very big thank you to everybody who voted. I want to say a very big thank you to those children from RC who voted, that was lovely. And I saw some of your lovely work. So Aisha and Rain Riley sent me some bits and pieces. Really nice to see how you guys are doing. I do sometimes check on your newsletter because you get different photographs for us, but it was just really nice to catch up with all of you. All right, take care and watch out for Monday morning because I guess there'll be more videos of me reading more stories coming. All right, take care everybody. Stay safe. Keep well. Bye now.